the official closing of that window for the San Francisco 49ers to be championship contenders. That's why when you get there, you got to win them. You got to take full advantage of it. And the 49ers haven't been able to do that, and now they're dealing with the ramifications of it.
Well, interestingly enough, basically 1 year later, the San Francisco 49ers, after a season last year that saw the entire team basically banged up, yet win 12 games, which was third place in the NFC West, just to prove how great that division was with the Super Bowl champs, obviously, Seahawks, and then Rams ahead of them. So they win 12 games. Kyle Shanahan has Coach of the Year type output.
People say it's perhaps the best coaching job he's ever had.
No doubt.
I disagree with that, but anyway, but
that was part of the conversation.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty, though, was able to navigate that season. Like, it was one of the hardest things that he has been faced with as a head coach, and he did a really, really good job.
Excellent job.
So 1 year later, they hold an introductory press conference yesterday with Mike Evans, likely a future Hall of Famer, his entire career up to this point in Tampa, 1,000 yards every year. He's healthy. Guys, as automatic as there is. And he explained, Mike Evans did, the wide receiver, why he chose the San Francisco 49ers.
A team that always compete, even with the injuries last year. I think they went 13-4.
No.
I mean, I feel like they were one piece away, and I think that I'm that piece. And I look forward to coming here and improving that.
I think they were one piece away.
You're such a bad guy. You're such a bad guy.
I just said, Mike should have listened to me. I said 12-5. He said 13-4. That was yesterday, but nonetheless. That's can I say bad A? Bad A statements by Mike Evans. I think they're one piece away, and I'm that piece. Is he right? Has the Super Bowl window reopened in San Francisco?
Well, listen, I was wrong. Freezing cold take from me a year ago in saying that their window was closed when they were in the playoffs. That is the definition of being wrong, and I got to cop to that. I think Mike Evans is a fantastic player. He's a true number one wide receiver. He's a big vertical threat. He's going to catch 50-50 balls downfield. He's going to be outstanding in the red zone. And Kyle Shanahan is one of the best red zone play designers that we have in the entire league. I think the element that Mike Evans brings creates more opportunities for Ricky Pearsall, for George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey. And so if the key actors on the offensive side of the ball can stay healthy and they can resolve the Trent Williams situation, there's no reason to think that San Francisco won't be back in the mix contending for a division title in what is the most competitive division in football. And if you can win the NFC West, then you can win a Super Bowl. So, yeah, I think Mike Evans puts the 49ers in that territory of being one of those 6 to 8 teams that has a true chance to hold up the Lombardi Trophy in 2026.
Yeah, I thought the window had closed as well, and I was wrong. I looked at their strength of schedule and said, even with an easy strength of schedule heading into next season, with the injuries that they consistently sustain, I didn't think they would be able to get it done. And I wasn't as much of a believer in Brock Purdy as Evan was, and I was wrong. And I think this is a very critical addition for this team because they have some defections in that wide receiver room, Juwan Jennings, Brandon Ayuk. They needed somebody like Mike Evans to come in and bring not only a veteran presence to this group, but to bring that consistency, to add another weapon, a reliable weapon for Brock Purdy. So the window never really closed based on what we saw last year. And I think that this Mike Evans addition keeps it ajar. But they're in a really tough division. That didn't stop them last year, but I think with the Seahawks now having championship muscle memory, even with a lot of guys graduating from that program, as Mike Tannenbaum would say, the Rams got better. They've got their work cut out for them.
I think they've made really good additions in addition to that. I know Mike Evans is the sexy name, and we talk about that. And by the way, Juwan Jennings, as you mentioned, out the door. Ayuk still yet to be cut. He will be cut. Debo left a year ago. They moved Debo. But there's a lot of wide receivers that they could still get, by the way. Like, they're name guys that if they have anything left in the tank, you may want to slip them in if you're San Francisco for a lesser cost. Now, everything I'm about to say has an asterisk to it. If Trent Williams is not there, I reserve the right to change every opinion I have. So this is under the premise that Trent Williams is there. Has anyone noticed what they've done on defense?
Osa Odigizua trade was big.
Oh, and by the way,
Massive.
They slipped in, let's get somebody back. Drake Greenlaw, who was excellent for them, spends the year in Denver, banged up a little bit. Like, they just have done these little things that you kind of say, I could see myself in January, maybe in February, reverting back to March and saying, what a smart pickup getting this guy and that guy in addition to Mike Evans. That division, I think, could easily see, and you're going to say, oh, here's Evan hating on Sam Darnold again. But based on how good that division is, the Seahawks could finish in third place in that division this year. That's not off the table.
Come on, man.
They've lost more than anyone.
They're the defending
So could the 49ers.
Super Bowl
The
champs.
49ers did finish in
I know,
third
but
place.
they could finish in third place again.
You're telling me it's off the board that Seattle could finish in third place in the NFC West with how much they've lost?
Listen, I don't even want to go to that place just because I feel like it's disrespectful to what they accomplished a month ago.
Me too. I totally
I'm
agree.
not
That has nothing to do with last year.
Well, no, it has everything to do with it.
The same team doesn't exist.
Hold on. It has everything to do with it. Well, okay, you're saying the same team doesn't exist.
Correct.
True statement. More players that won the Super Bowl will be back with the Seahawks than players that left.
Obviously.
And my point is, once you do it, you have not only the muscle memory and the blueprint, but you have the confidence that you can actually get it done. You have the confidence that we were the best team in the world. The core of that defense didn't go anywhere. Them dudes are still there.
Yeah.
Devin Witherspoon is still there.
Yep.
Nick Emanwari is still there. You know what I'm saying? Julian Love still there. Tank Lawrence still there. Byron Murphy still there. Leonard Williams still there. Ernest Jones, all-pro, still there. Like, all of those guys are still there. So, yeah, you might have lost Kobe Bryant and you might have lost Rick Woolen, but you still got a ton of damn good football players on that side of the ball. And then on offense, yeah, you lost your Super Bowl MVP in K9, but you lost your offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. That might be the bigger loss that we're talking about with them. But you were able to retain Rashid Shaheed. You got Jackson Smith-Njigba, who led the league in receiving last year. And you got a quarterback that's got a different level of swag now because he's won the Lombardi and flipped the narrative on his career. So, yeah, I hear what you're saying. It's possible for the Seattle Seahawks to finish in third place in the NFC West. I just don't feel like it's very respectful to them considering what they accomplished against all odds.
And you just named the players on the field. You didn't talk about the general manager and the head coach that we absolutely praised from top to bottom. You called them arguably the most underrated franchise in the NFL
No,
in
they
sports.
are. They're always good.
But are we
And I'm
not doing the
saying
same thing
no,
with
they're gonna be
underrating
good.
them again?
No, they're going to be good next year.
He's discounting the Seattle Seahawks.
You wanted Sirianni fired after they won the Super Bowl.
He's discounting the Seattle Seahawks in lieu of a team whose coach has never won a Super Bowl, even though he's gotten to the big game not once, but twice. With two different, they've never won anything. And yeah, you're saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, I think San Francisco gets more of the benefit of the doubt than the Seattle Seahawks when it comes to the NFC West this season.
It's
That's
also
wild to me.
Amazing, too, how
You still hate Sam Darnold.
I was just going to say,
still
he
hates
gives
him.
Brock
Just
Purdy the
curious.
benefit of the doubt more
He
than
still
Sam
hates
Darnold.
him. Still hates him.
You want to fire Sirianni or no?
Still hates him. Still hates him.